they have a remedy that has allowed them to be so successful over, I think it's 10 to 15 odd years. They have one of the best or the best winning percentage in basketball. So, they're a team that get exactly what they want. They're not going to put the ball in people's hands that aren't necessary, and you just got to be ready for them.
They're a unique team, aren't they?
Very unique, in the fact that they might have some guys that you never heard of or not familiar with, or the big name guys that kind of make your ears perk up, but yet and still they're still able to be productive and successful.
And Tim Duncan's like 60 years old and he's still in.
Yeah, I mean, Father Time is stopped when it comes to him. He's done a tremendous job of still being all-star caliber center, being the anchor on that team defensively and late in ball games, getting them baskets as well.
Jarrett, how good can you guys be when Bogut gives you what he gave you tonight, 14 and 21?
Oh, my gosh. Incredible performance by the big fella. Anchored the middle for us all night. Alternate shots, blocking shots, rebounds, finishes around the rim. And, can't say enough about him.
Mm-hmm. Against San Antonio, you got a pretty good player over there.
No question.
How important is he going to be in that series?
I mean, you always look at storylines in between the game. I mean, you could look at the 2 7-foot guys in the middle, but, a guy of his caliber, I mean, we're going to have to do it by committee. Bogut's a great individual defender in his own right, but, we're going to have to do a tremendous job of trying to, corral him, make the paint look a little clogged up, and, not allow him to get to his sweet spots.
It looked like Bogut was consciously more aggressive offensively tonight. I mean, he can do that, right? He's done it in the past, and it seems like this season he just hasn't been comfortable.
Well, he's been fighting injuries all season. And I don't know if that's necessarily something that was holding him back or whatever the case may be, but definitely since the playoffs, his motor has been revving at an all-time high, it seems like. And, he's definitely been the difference for us in the middle, being able to hold down that middle whenever we have defensive breakdowns on the perimeter and, finishing easy baskets around the rim as well.
The rookies played pretty well tonight, particularly 2 rookie forwards, Green and Barnes, but particularly Green down the stretch. I mean, it seems like he loves it when it gets really tense. I mean, he seems to play better.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. He try not to shy away from the moment. He's done a tremendous job of embracing them and stepping to them. He's played tremendous for us in this series, coming up with countless big shots, countless huge plays down the stretch. And, I couldn't be happier for him.
What did Steph show you guys in the NBA in this series?
I mean, capable of putting the team on his back, various night situations. But that's something he's been doing all season, not just this series. Making plays. Somebody we can lean on when, things get bogged down and get tough. And, he helps spearhead what we do around here.
Bogut amazes you guys, kind of coming out of nowhere this year. Had a rough year in a lot of ways. And all of a sudden, now he's just taking over.
No, I mean, if you're familiar with him in Milwaukee, you knew what he was capable of and the level that he played at. I mean, it was all about him just, trying to get as healthy as possible. And that was the thing with us, trying to get to the playoffs and allow him to heal as much as he could and get his legs underneath him. Today, I know he's definitely still battling with it, playing through injuries, and I'm glad he was able to, give us what he had today, because who knows where we would be without him.
What was Coach Jackson's message to you guys at the end of the game? You guys had the turnovers. It looked like the Nuggets were getting back in the game.
I mean, you mean like in the timeout or when the game was actually over? Just somebody looked to step up. Obviously, they were doing a good job of trapping Steph, trying to get the ball out of his hands. And, looking for somebody to step up and make a play.
With all the physicality talk that happened after, the last game, what did you think about the play between everyone in this game?
It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing, That physical stuff is just part of the game. That's pretty much the definition of playoff basketball, if you ask me. And, people made such a big fuss about it. I don't think there were one flagrant or, rough foul at all today. So, don't try to put too much on it. We're here to play basketball, and that's it.
We sat here a few hours ago talking about this team, and when you came here, what were the expectations? Now that you've advanced the San Antonio Spurs, what's a bigger roadblock? What you guys have already accomplished, or winning a series against the Spurs?
Winning a series against the Spurs, I mean, that's all that's on our mind. Everything else is in the past, in the rearview mirror. and we're not trying to look back. You know, the Spurs are a very, very tough ball club, a team that executes probably the best in the NBA, and for us, you know, to be competitive with them, we're gonna have to do a good job of minimizing our peaks and valleys. You know, they're a team that plays kind of on a straight and narrow path. They don't have too many dips or highs or lows in their game, so if we can minimize those, I think we can be pretty good.